Subscribe to our channel before we begin this journey through history. Before there were empires, before soldiers conquered kingdoms, there were battles fought inside the human mind. Some win, some lose. And for one boy in a forgotten village, that battle would change his destiny forever. To the world, he was just an ordinary child, restless, distracted, wandering from thought to thought like a bird with broken wings. But inside him burned a spark that could either light his future or burn it to ashes. His father saw it clearly. "Son," he would say, "your mind is a wild horse. If you learn to ride it, it will take you anywhere you dream. But if you cannot, it will throw you into the dirt." Kabir never listened, until the day he met a man known simply as Guruji, a teacher whose wisdom had shaped countless lives. The meeting was simple, yet fateful. Kabir's father led him to the old teacher's garden, where the air carried the scent of earth and flowers, and silence seemed to breathe with the wind. Guruji looked at Kabir, not with judgment, but with knowing eyes. He handed the boy a glass of water. "Walk around my garden," he said softly, "and return without spilling a single drop." Kabir smirked. Easy, he thought. But the garden was alive. Birds sang in the trees, leaves whispered secrets, other children laughed in the distance. His eyes wandered, and so did the water. By the time he returned, half the glass was empty. Guruji's voice was calm, yet heavy with meaning. "This glass is your goal. The water is your focus. The world is filled with noise, distraction, temptation. If you cannot control your mind, you will spill everything before you reach your purpose." For the first time, Kabir understood. The boy began his transformation, not with greatness, but with small acts. He rose at the same hour each day, shut away his phone, and gave himself completely to whatever task stood before him. At dawn, he sat in silence. He closed his eyes. He wrestled with his thoughts like a warrior against unseen enemies. At first, his mind resisted, wandering like a thief in the night. But each time, Kabir dragged it back again and again. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Slowly, the wild horse of his mind bent its neck to the reins. His memory sharpened. His confidence grew. A year later, the true test arrived. A great national competition was announced. Students from across the land would gather to solve complex problems under the crushing weight of time. Inside the great hall, the air was thick with tension. Papers shuffled, pens scratched, panic spread like fire. Many faltered, lost in fear. But Kabir, he sat still, his breathing steady, his eyes fixed. One question at a time, just as Guruji had shown him with the glass of water. The clock struck, the battle raged, and Kabir did not spill a drop. When the results were read, his name rose above them all. Kabir, the champion. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Kabir's eyes searched only for one face, Guruji's. The old teacher stood in silence, a smile carved deep into his weathered face. No words were needed. The boy had become master of his own mind. Kabir realized then, it was never about winning a prize. It was about conquering himself. And in that victory lay a power greater than talent, luck, or even raw intelligence. Years would pass. Many would forget the details of that competition. Names of winners fade like ink in rain. But the lesson endured. The story of the restless boy who learned to hold his focus like water in a fragile glass. remained whispered in the village, passed down from one generation to the next. And so the question is left for us. How many of us still live like Kabir once did, scattered, restless, lost in the noise of the world? How much of our water have we already spilled without even realizing it? Perhaps the truth is simple. The strongest warriors are not those who conquer nations, but those who master their own minds. Kabir's journey reminds us your next chapter of success begins the moment you decide to discipline your mind. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. If his story sparked even the smallest flame inside you, do not let it die. Like this video, share it with someone who needs strength, and subscribe so together we can keep walking this path of wisdom, courage, and discipline. Because history is not just about empires or kings. Sometimes the greatest victories are won in silence, within ourselves.